Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
And this is the GBN television edition for today, the 15th day of July 2020. I'm Odette Campbell. Coming up in the news this evening, the tourism minister is challenging anyone who has evidence to prevent the proof of sale of strategic locations, including the Annandale waterfall. Baby steps to economic recovery as the Morris Bishop International Airport reopens after 3 months of closure to commercial and passenger flights. Market vendors continue to pack up as construction workers move in. One of Grenada's cultural icons calling for more respect for market vendors. The DPP office issuing a statement on Twilly Joseph's 30-year sentence for the murder of Ariel Bowler. In sports this evening, win over England gives Windies the first points on the Test Championships table. And in around the globe, heightened security at public buildings following 3 fires in Guyana. And further afield, good news for students and educators as the U.S. drops plan to deport international students studying online due to the corona pandemic. We will bring you the details of those and other stories right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Another step to economic recovery was taken today. Amidst fears of COVID-19 cases re-entering the country, the Morris Bishop International Airport resumed flights. Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Dr. Clarice Modeste-Kerwin, has been looking ahead. She shared her perspectives on GBN's To The Point program today.
25 Grenadians returned home today from Trinidad on board a Caribbean Airlines flight as the Maurice Bishop International Airport reopened to regional flights. This means that Trinidad is on the list of regional countries considered as safe zones. This phase of the reopening applies to regional and chartered flights. Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Clarice Modeste-Kerwin, explains who would or would not be allowed to enter the country. She said protocols that should be followed were given strict consideration. Countries are categorized into 3 areas according to the minister: green, yellow, and red.
So green meant that you coming from a safe, well, relatively safe place or low risk. Let's put it that way. Nowhere is really safe now from this COVID. So from a low risk area, and that involves mostly the Caribbean region, because most have done pretty well in either keeping out the disease or, when they found it, in containing it and managing it. We had the yellow or the amber, which Canada is part of, UK and most other European countries. And of course, the red zone, which you have some countries, our neighbor in the US is in a red zone, and the statistics attest to that.
Based on the zones persons are coming from, accommodations will be designated accordingly. Retrofitting at the MBIO has also taken place to accommodate incoming passengers.
Airport, which is our first port of entry, we had to do a lot of work there, infrastructural works that would separate the service, the person who's providing the service from the customer, with the Perspex glass and all of these things. Also, infrastructural work included separating the arrival area so that persons who had to be tested were taken to one spot and then going over to immigration and to customs. We had to have an isolation room just in case someone showed an elevated temperature or showed any other symptoms. That person would immediately be pulled out from the line and taken to an isolation room.
There are concerns of people coming from the red zone, which is not allowed at this time, may find their way into the country by other means. The minister explains measures in place.
What we have done is we've spoken with immigration, the police and immigration, on that they have to review very carefully the passport to see what stamps are in the passport. They are also working on something that is called an advanced passenger information with international organizations to try to get a sense early upfront of who is traveling and where they're going to and that sort of thing.
The planned reopening of the MBIA to international flights is set for August 1st. Christina John, GBN News.
A developing situation, and of course our news team will continue to follow and bring you developments as they come to hand. They fussed and they felt verbally. They fussed and they fought.
That was the atmosphere at the St. George's Market this morning as vendors took apart their small booths to facilitate the proposed infrastructural work to be done on the market. According to the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Implementation, the work will enhance the ambience of the market and support compliance with the sanitization requirements of the COVID-19 protocol. GBN spoke to Michael Batiste, a vendor who welcomed the initiative.
You know, that movement here is not a bad movement because what I heard on the news is that they're trying to do some refurbishment, which I've been begging for that since 2003. So let's hope we get something proper, what we had asked for in the early days. We get a proper concrete covering so the weather don't really disturb us. You know, proper suitable tables, because the tables and these wooden tables deteriorate so fast, it's unbelievable. The government is losing money by doing that. You can see the rots and them, you know. So if they had to come with something appropriate this time, not no little petty shelter.
Batiste said the market is a tourist attraction that should be maintained.
The central part here, the center of commerce, your market, you have to be presentable. And if it's not presentable, we lose sale. And over the past years, that's our problem here. Because the deplorable state of the market, people refuse to come, even local. Because the way the thing is kept, you know. What it is, let the people check themselves right now and look a new way forward. Because it won't be as normal as the world say. You know, it will be a different thing. So we're looking for proper state-of-the-art place for we to sell with goods.
Sanitization work continues on the market as persons could be seen power washing the compound Wednesday. The market will be opened to some of the vendors who are placed inside buildings to operate from Friday this week. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
And in related news, one of Grenada's cultural icons wishes that people had a greater level of respect for market vendors. Mr. Livingston Nelson says the value of the country's marketplace is often overlooked. Nelson brought the issue into sharp focus on GBN's Beyond the Headlines program on Monday. Joseph Cador reports.
When you go to the St. George's Market, you are greeted by a wide array of colors and texture. It represents a potpourri of all things Grenadian, from ground provision and fruits to local herbs and spices. Livingston Nelson says many take this coming together of Grenadianism for granted, but it is time to stop and think about what the market really represents.
Because the marketers are what you call the soul or the salt of the Grenadian people. If you go to the market and you are able to speak, or you're able to understand as a visitor, if you're able to understand the lingo, the language that is spoken there, you are going to be able to speak to any Grenadian in any other walk of life.
Nelson says people may not recognize it, but each booth, a tray of product, tells of a story about Grenada's geography.
At the St. George's Market in particular, we have representation from every parish, maybe apart from Carriacou and Plessis-Marty, every parish. We have persons, and then what happened again, you have the geographic spread. You might have people from particular parts of the island that comes with a speciality, like Willis is probably known mainly for seasoning. St. David is probably known mainly for the breadfruit, St. Andrew for the watermelon, cantaloupe, coconut, etc., etc.
And if sales may be slow on any given day, that does not mean that the rich exchanges cease. Nelson says one just needs to listen out of the conversation that elicits a smile or creates bonds and lasting friendships. Nelson believes that the time has come for a cessation of the everyday humdrum of life to allow for a national conversation of the true value of local market life.
But again, when I mentioned the salt and the soul of the Grenadian culture, you get that in the market because of the many things that happen. The way we speak, the way people speak to each other, the way they flirt. In the market, you have a lot of flirting going on, but mind you, it is something that is contagious for one day. It is there in the day, and usually, to my opinion, it doesn't spread beyond that. But you know, people call each other in the real Grenadian area, like auntie, uncle, sweetheart, Dudu darling, grandpa, grandma, those kind of things are them, and the kind of jokes that is taking place. So when you go to the market, you get a sense of this Grenadianness, this feeling of being Grenadian. So the market is like this, as I say, this melting pot, this area where you get a chance to seriously experience Grenadian culture.
At its peak, he believes that $1 million at Grenada's marketplaces around the island on a weekly basis. Joseph Cador, GBN News.
Well, there's been talk about the sale of the market, and the tourism minister is calling on any person who have evidence to present the proof. The DPP office is speaking on Twilly Jose's 30-year sentence for the murder of Ariel Bola. We will bring you those two stories when we come back. This is the news at 7.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Free groceries for 1 year when you shop at the food fair. Up to $8,400 in groceries. Every $50 spent between June 15th and September 30th gives you the opportunity to enter into the grand prize draw for October 9th, 2020. Third prize, free groceries for 3 months. Second prize, free groceries for 6 months. And the grand prize, free groceries every month for 1 year. There will be exciting giveaways monthly. Food fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets. This promotion is sponsored by Food Fair Supermarket, Dutch Lady, Chief, Promo, Danny, and Supreme. Social distancing and hygienic protocols will be maintained at all times.
Easy living should be convenient. With Grenneck, it is. Dial 237 for any Grenneck department, or for customer service, streetlight outages, or if it's unsafe to trim a tree near a power line. For streetlights and service issues, please note the pole number. From just about anywhere, you can also check your bill balance and other account information. Just keep your Grenneck access number handy. Dial 237 for Grenneck. It's that easy. Grenneck, energizing our Grenada.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
Is your business really ready this hurricane season? One of these businesses thinks they're ready. The other one is really ready. Business A used the MUI preparedness checklist. Business B didn't follow any checklist. Business A created a disaster preparedness plan, and practice drills make it easy to remember. Business B knows it's hurricane season but doesn't quite have a plan. Business A chats with their friendly Massey United insurance rep to check their deductible and ensure their coverage is adequate. She protects important documents and keeps duplicates off-site. Business B hasn't checked her insurance policy in a while. She protects important documents but forgot to make duplicates to be kept safe off-site. Let Massey United Insurance help you get ready this hurricane season. Download our helpful hurricane and disaster guide today.
The Esplanade Mall, something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
It leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is the news at 7, and we also acknowledge our listeners on K105. Great to have you on board with us. Minister for Tourism, Dr. Clarice Modeste-Kerwin, is challenging people to bring the proof that popular tourist attraction sites around the island and the historic St. George's Market have been sold. The minister addressed the rumors and sought to clear the air on the matter on GBN's To The Point program this morning. She challenged the critics to bring forth the evidence to show that the government has sold the Annandale Waterfall Hall and the St. George's Vendors Market.
Sale of everything, every government asset now is the word, and the word on the street. And it is not true. And maybe you as a reporter can, or as a media person, would want to investigate. And I invite media persons to do that. And, you know, sometimes people can say all kinds of things, but many times they cannot substantiate. And therefore, if they have the facts, let them bring it. And this is a challenge I'm putting out here. Let them bring the evidence of the sale, of the market, of Granitang, and even Annandale.
Dr. Modeste Kerwin also addressed concerns surrounding the Granitang leak.
The gates were closed primarily because the gate was one of the sides of the gate was broken and they had to be mended, but also because of the COVID situation and the closure of sites. All our sites were closed. Workers were sent home. There were no staff, and so on. And it was left closed that way, I guess, because, I guess the attention wasn't paid to opening the door. More focus was being made on getting ready.
Minister for Tourism, the Honorable Clarice Modeste Kerwin. And moving on to the legal front, Crown Counsel in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Brendan Latouche, has been providing clarity following the sentencing of Twilly Joseph for the murder of Ariel Bowler. Amidst public concerns, Latouche says the criminal code prevents the pronouncement of a death sentence against the convict since he was a juvenile. We learn more in this report.
Twilly Joseph of Frequente St. George was arrested and charged on the 14th day of November 2017 for the offense of capital murder in connection with causing the death of Ariel Bowler, also of the same address. At the time of the offense, he was 17 years old, and the deceased, Ariel, was 8 years old. On the 3rd of December 2019, Twilly was convicted by a jury of his peers for the said offense, and on the 9th of July 2020, he was sentenced. According to a press release issued by the DPP's office, in sentencing, the judge considered various reports, including psychiatric, psychological, social inquiries, and also submissions from both the prosecution and the defense. In the end, Joseph was sentenced to a fixed term of imprisonment of 30 years and 5 months to run from the date of sentencing. In addition, the court attached 2 ancillary orders to the convict's sentence, that being that he be further assessed and treated by a psychiatrist and a psychologist to address his sexual perversion, anger/violence issues, and substance use. In default of same, a further 2 years of imprisonment will be added to his original sentence, and that he receives training in a skill or trade of his choice. In default of same, a further 2 years of imprisonment will be added to his original sentence. Latouche explained that the combined effect of the Criminal Code and the Juvenile Justice Act was that the maximum sentence the convict could have received was a fixed term of imprisonment short of life. He further stated that it should be noted that although the offense of capital murder provides for a sentence of death by virtue of Section 230A(8) of the Criminal Code, such pronouncement could not be made against a convict as he was a juvenile at the time the offense was committed. Subsection of that provision, Section 230A, mandates that, in alternative, the juvenile shall be sentenced to a period of imprisonment for a term deemed appropriate by the court. Additionally, Section 64, Number 1 of the Juvenile Act provides that a sentence of life imprisonment shall not be imposed on a child, which legally means a person under the age of 18.
And there's a casting call. 710 Films is hosting the casting call for an upcoming Grenadian reality show entitled Treasure Island. It will be produced by Glenda Cox. We'll get more in this dispatch.
Glenda N. Cox has been living in the United States since the age of 12. She has been a television producer for over 10 years, involved in shows like The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Oprah Behind the Scenes, Making the Band, Being Bobby Brown, and more. The Grenadian, who has been on the island since March due to the coronavirus, is set on a new project called Treasure Island, a Grenadian reality show.
Okay, so it is it's a reality show, a reality game show, and the contestants are going to have different challenges to complete in order to get to the grand prize. I can't give you an example because most of them is what I plan on having them do, but it's challenging. It's something like The Amazing Race. So they'll be, just going around the island, they're performing different challenges, answering trivia questions. So they have to be really knowledgeable about their country and what the history of their country. And if they don't, they'll get eliminated. So it's 20 people, 10 teams, and at the end, one team will win.
The aim is to give her island of birth and its people a chance to show their talent to the world, as well as giving persons in the film industry exposure. Cox is holding a casting call for 20 Grenadian contestants between the ages of 18 and 50 who are physically fit without any underlying health conditions, and 2 hosts, a male and female, between the ages of 21 and 30 for the exciting new series.
So I'm looking for someone who has 2 people that have charisma, who are energetic, who are camera ready, who are always wanted to be part of television, just entertainers. Again, 1 female, 1 male. And that we need them to send their headshots, their Instagram, anything that they have, and then I will contact them through after that process.
The television producer plans to visit other Caribbean countries so they can have the opportunity to be a contestant on the show as well. Persons interested in hosting the show can email svn10casting@gmail.com by Monday, July 20th. The deadline for contestants is August 1st. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
And we're going back to legal news. News in from the police is that they have charged a 45-year-old man, Alan Thomas, also known as Cabbage of St. David, with non-capital murder of 55-year-old Angus Blestill, also known as Snackit. Thomas walked into the police station in St. David hours after a stabbing incident which occurred in a shop in the community of Thebaid last Friday. Thomas made his first court appearance on Tuesday and has been remanded to the Richmond Hill prison. Meanwhile, the police say they are continuing their investigations into the death of Karen Tannis, who is believed to have been chopped by unknown assailants of Gladstone Road, Grenville. Tannis was pronounced dead at the Princess Alice Hospital, Mirabel, on Saturday. We will continue to check in with the police and follow those stories and bring you the updates as they are made available. This is the GBN News at 7. When we come back, we tell you what people are saying they will miss most about Spice Mass. Do stay with us.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Hills and Valley Med Care Center, located on Grenville Street, St. George's, has a highly professional team that gives excellent service in massage therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy, medical consultation, and more. Hills and Valley Med Care Center sells a wide range of medical supplies, offers home visits for patients in Grenada and Carriacou, and opens Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. through to 7 p.m. Visit or call Hills and Valley Med Care Center today, 435-6904.
It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Your mental health is important to us. We value all of our workers who provide care and support during this difficult period. Let frontline workers know you care. Support and encourage them. Acknowledge the role they play to save lives and keep your loved ones safe. End stigma and discrimination against our frontline workers. Be kind. They are Grenadians too.
Need help and support? Contact us on 440-4787 or 440-2269. A message from the Psychosocial Support Unit of the Ministry of Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment, Grenada, with additional support from the Pan American Health Organization, the OECS, and UNICEF.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
This is News at 7, and now we're looking at culture. Everything is virtual. Virtual Carnival City, cyber, groovy, and power soca events. All these to accommodate the carnival lovers, as there'll be no Spice Mass this year. But how do people feel about not being able to celebrate as per usual? Christina John has been putting a finger on the pulse.
In lieu of Spice Mass this year, a number of virtual shows would go online. However, one man is asking, is it a wise decision for promoters and the Spice Mass Corporation to host virtual carnival events? He calls it emotional trauma.
Being that this year, within the period of the COVID-19 situation, disease, I think that the promotion of Carnival this year virtually or anyhow should totally be null. They shouldn't have no form of promotion, because trying to promote Carnival in a sense virtually by showing off the different packages or whatever it is, that would only hypen the people, and when the time come closer, they will not able to have any control of the people behavior pattern due to the means of the hype.
How do others feel about the whole aspect of not having the physical jump up on the streets for Juve or the live crowning of the king on the March Granite?
It shouldn't have no carnival right now, because this virus will be outside it. It will be a problem. Right now we 0% in corona, and let's stay so forever until this thing get over.
It's gonna cause a disaster concerning the corona, and if we go on our carnival, next thing we have an outbreak in the country, where things gonna happen and everything. So if they say no carnival, no carnival.
One individual believes there should be a balance between economical gain and safety, and what should be given priority at this time.
Both ways, you know. We have to be balanced in when we come into conclusions. The economic impact will always be felt by persons who depends on Carnival for a livelihood. The increasing economic activities around this time cannot, be pushed aside.
Which aspect of the calendar event would be mostly missed? People responded.
The Juve. You see, Juve, I love Juve. And you won't have that, so that's the part I will miss out. I love Juve, right? I always like to jump up between the jab. I'm black myself, but I like to jump up between the jab. But I would not miss it.
The thing I would miss basically is my Juve, because we need the Juve to vent. Sometimes, we wait for that one time of the year to just let it go, and it's Juve morning, and yeah, I'm going to miss my Juve.
Carnival is something that I always admire, but my favorite part of Carnival I usually love is Juve morning.
Everything about Carnival. For me, I'm a cultural person, and I love to see people happy around this time. The majority of people tend to be in that frame of mind where they would express themselves, and people need that.
Christina John, GBN News.
Well, virtual carnival, and the churches are also doing some virtual activities. Gospel Explosion. That's the theme for the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists' first ever virtual series. The theme comes as the world is currently in a crisis with the coronavirus pandemic and other issues. The first message for the series, which begins on Saturday, will be a word of hope in a time of crisis, a message everyone should hear. President of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Dr. Clinton Lewis, says the secret to overcoming any crisis is to do so through Christ.
Our world is in crisis, and many individuals are finding it very difficult to cope. Some are even giving up hope. This is why we have planned this series to communicate to everyone that in the midst of this and any crisis, they can live with peace and hope.
Dr. Lewis explained what the series will entail.
We will share information and principles from God's Word, the Bible, that will enrich the experience of every listener. The series aims at addressing our needs spiritually, socially, mentally, and physically. Every listener will be blessed.
The virtual series will begin on Saturday at 9 a.m. and continues nightly from 7:20 and will be accessible via YouTube and Facebook. And we're going on to some youth training now. 3 Grenadian entrepreneurs are about to start the OECS Caribbean Export Coaching Program. The OECS and the Caribbean Export Development Agency launched a technical assistance and coaching program last Wednesday. It's aimed at strengthening the entrepreneurial entrepreneurial and leadership skills of 14 young entrepreneurs from 6 countries in the Eastern Caribbean, including Grenada. The program covers business plan development, financial analysis, operations management, sales, marketing and branding, human resource management. Participants will also cover proposal development, product and quality assurance, legal and regulatory framework, ethical and sustainable business trends, ICT, and e-commerce. Grenada's Bevan Shadell Charles and Tony Pear are among the participants. Of course, we wish them well. And we will take a look at what the cameras found in tonight's GBN ISAW. And also coming up, a look at what's happening in the wide and wonderful world of sports and a probe around the globe in Guyana. High alert following 3 fires. Do stay with us.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
We are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Opio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hot spots.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we're new. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's Eyesore features an unfortunate incident where several cases of stag bear fell off a truck just outside the Grenada Brews Limited warehouse at Frequentin, St. George. People on social media pointed to the irony of the situation, saying the accident occurred because the cases of stag were on a Carib truck. The debate among Grenadians has always been which of the two is the better bear. You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered. And now look for the weather. The forecast, generally fair and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with a few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 26 degrees. Winds east-northeast at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 4 feet in open waters. And Thursday's forecast, generally fair and breezy with a few brief showers possible, increasing in cloudiness overnight with a few widely scattered showers. And if we're looking ahead to Friday, what we will find is that the weather will be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with some widely scattered showers, improving during the evening. On Saturday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and breezy with a few brief morning showers, becoming generally fair during the afternoon, making for a good day at the beach. And that's the weather forecast for this evening. Well, hello there, sporting fans. West Indians are hoping that the tides will continue to roll in their favor. England have dropped batsman Joe Denley for the second test against the West Indies, which starts Thursday. The 34-year-old averages 29.53 in 15 matches and was out for 18 and 29 in the first test loss in Southampton. Captain Joe Root returns from paternity leave at Old Trafford and will bat at number 4, with Zach Crawley moving up to number 3. England must avoid defeat or will suffer our first home series loss to West Indies since 1988. And amidst all the excitement and celebration surrounding the West Indies' 4-wicket win over England on Sunday, fans of the Caribbean side might have missed out on something else to celebrate. This and more in sports with James Saunders.
And up. Well, that's a good news to Caribbean people, as Jason Holder has attained the highest rating points by any West Indies bowler in 20 years, reaching a career-best second place in the ICC Test rankings. Holder picked up 7 wickets, including a career-best total of 6 for 42 in the first innings, and led his team to a famous win over England in Southampton. The 28-year-old is now on a career-best 862 rating points, which is the best for any West Indies bowler since Courtney Walsh's tally of 866 in August 2000. Holder retained the 35th position among the batsmen after the first test and has also reached the career best tally of 485 at the top of the all-rounders list. Certainly some good news for West Indies. The biggest party in sport, well, that is just around the bend. And manager of the CPL Nearly Boys Guyana Amazon Warriors, and that is Omar Khan, he believes that the squad has the quality to go one up this season. Well, Khan is pleased with the squad selected for the 2020 edition, saying it's a good blend of youth and experience that can put a good showing in the competition.
What a relief it is for many that the CPL is taking place, even though Trinidad is the host for all the matches. Despite being played behind closed doors, fans can look forward to viewing the tournament on television. Guyana Amazon Warriors manager Omar Khan is also delighted that the abridged version of cricket is on amid COVID-19.
I'm very pleased that the CPL will be staged in 2020, and more particularly in Trinidad and Tobago. It will be the first T20 tournament that will be staged and hosted amidst the COVID pandemic, and it's a significant development taken into consideration, that people are starved for live cricket.
Khan says the Guyana Amazon Warriors have put together a strong team combined with youth and experience. Even though Captain Shoaib Malik is missing since he's on national duty, Khan believes there are others to get the job done.
You have the young, exciting Shimron Heptamaya, Kimo Paul, Shifrin Rutherford, Romario Shepard from Guyana. You also have Nicholas Puran, who is now considered one of the more senior players on the team. Plus the internationals, we have replaced Shoaib Malik with Ross Taylor. Ross brings a tremendous amount of experience to the team, and he's batting as well as any at this stage in his career. We have also introduced a very young, exciting fast bowler from Afghanistan called Naveen-ul Haq, and I'm sure he's going to create tremendous excitement and impact in the tournament. So we are very happy with the combination of our team.
The Amazon Warriors manager says it's going to be a strange feeling without fans at the matches, but he still thinks West Indian cricket lovers are going to make the most of the occasion.
Knowing Caribbean people and knowing the culture of our West Indian people, I'm sure they're going to come together and plan, together lines and sessions in their homes and their bars and pubs and enjoy the matches.
The tournament bowls off on August 18th, with the Queen's Park Oval and the Brian Lara Stadium being the venues for the matches. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
Football kicks up a fuss as this year's Cinderella team in Italy, Atalanta, they hammered Brescia in their latest Serie A match. Atalanta were just ruthless against their opponents and took this one 6-2. That's a lot of goals. Mario Palisic scored a hat-trick. Atalanta are second on the table with 70 points, and they are 6 behind the leaders Juventus, who, matter of fact, have a game in hand. And over in England, Chelsea, they edged Norwich City 1-0, courtesy Olivier Giroud in the 45th minute. He seems to be scoring a lot these days. Vital points for the Blues, who are third in the EPL standings. Let's have another look at that goal from the World Cup winner, Giroud. It's time to take a look at what's happening in the world of sport linked to COVID-19. Tonight, we focus on cricket, the Tokyo Olympics, and the Chicago Marathon.
We begin with cricket. The International Cricket Council is likely to discuss the fate of the T20 World Cup scheduled for Australia later this year in its next board meeting. However, the ICC is yet to decide its next board meeting date. But there are sources within the ICC who say the meeting could possibly take place over the next week or so. To the Olympics, the rearranged Tokyo Olympics are likely to be a trimmed-down version of what it is known to be. So says Japanese Olympic Committee Chairman Yasuhiro Yamashita. Japan and the IOC postponed the Tokyo Games until 2021 because of the coronavirus pandemic. Yamashita says the first priority is to be safe and secure.
Hey, that's it for the sports with the team. I'm James Saunders. Catch you later.
And it's time for a probe around the globe. And the question tonight, is it a game of Russian roulette? Well, an economist is giving the Mia Mottley administration thumbs down for the reopening of the island to commercial flights when it did, describing the move as premature with the potential to be counterproductive. The airport in Barbados was reopened on the weekend as the island welcomed Air Canada as the first airline to arrive. Canada-based economist Carlos Fort argued that the risks associated with the virus was high as they were 3 months ago when the island first put shutdown and curfew measures in place. Fort said that what has been achieved so far through physical distancing and other measures could easily be reversed with the decision to welcome commercial flights. This, he said, would not only put a strain on the island's already burdened healthcare system, but also result in death and economic calamity. Fort says, and I quote, "The government of Barbados is playing Russian roulette with the lives and livelihood of Barbadians. As the world is currently witnessing, the United States' rush to reopen its economy too soon and too liberally has compromised not just the health care of Americans, but also the prospects for America's economic recovery." End of quote. We're moving across now to the South American continent, where Guyana is on high alert. This following 2 major fires in the South American nation in the last few days. Let's take a look at this HGPTV report.
2 separate fires that occurred in the wee hours of Tuesday morning ravished the Guyana Elections Commission GCOM office at Wismar Linden and an unoccupied 1-story building located at the Army Base 2nd Infantry of the Guyana Defense Force located at Maria's Lodge, Essequibo Coast. Additionally, there were attempts to set light to the Criminal Investigation Department office at the Anna Regina Police Station, Essequibo Coast, where several items were burned. At the time of this newscast telephone interview with Public Security Minister Kamrat Ramjatan, he stated that he was awaiting individual reports from the requisite authorities regarding the cause of the fires, but divulged that the recent mishaps could be politically motivated.
I have my opinions as to at least the GCOM building at Linden. There might be some political motivation there, and I believe that the other 2 might be certain lone wolves who want probably not to get their cases heard and things like that based on the information I'm getting at the CID ranks. But that was, I must say, a very embarrassing police station. Man going through kerosene through louvers windows and all that nonsense.
When contacted, Fire Chief Marlon Gentle confirmed that in the case of the now charred GCOM building, the fire was deliberately set.
Based on information and findings we have at Linden, somebody set portions and set fire to the building.
Ramjatan informed that there will be heightened security of public buildings moving forward.
Well, we have tightened, as I said on that program, we have to tighten the security arrangements in all government infrastructure. I believe that people want to do destruction to government infrastructure, to embarrass government, and to say that we do not have the political situation under control and things of that nature.
In the minister's view, while security may not be 100% effective at this time due to limited human resources, citizens also have a part to play.
And we're moving further afield now, and there's good news for educators. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has dropped its plans to deport international students whose courses move fully online because of the coronavirus pandemic. The decision follows 8 federal lawsuits and opposition from hundreds of universities. International students have been a significant source of revenue for many U.S. universities and colleges.
For the hundreds of thousands of foreign students in the United States, the Trump administration's U-turn is a huge relief and a victory, they say, for common sense.
It's a win, it's a big win, it's a quick win, but I would say that there is a lot to be done. And I am going to take this day to celebrate it, and then tomorrow I might wake up and see what else there is.
Earlier this month, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, or ICE, announced visas would be withdrawn from foreign students and they'd be forced to leave the country in the autumn if their studies were moved entirely online. Harvard University and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology opposed the policy and filed a series of lawsuits, backed by 17 states, the District of Columbia, and some of America's leading firms, including Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren called the policy xenophobic. In the face of widespread opposition, the Trump administration backed down on Tuesday, but not soon enough for many foreign students.
It was inhumane and unfair because most of us have already paid fall tuition. We already signed our releases. We already registered for classes, so it'll be too late to do anything at this point. The timing of that memo was really inconsiderate and inhumane.
International students are a major source of revenue for U.S. colleges, but analysts say Trump's now abandoned policy risked more than just money.
If you look at the foreign students, you have more than 200,000 of them coming from India, more than 50,000 coming from South Korea, more than 30,000 coming from Saudi Arabia. These are students from countries that are very close to the United States. And training the future leaders of this country also means a lot for American soft power and its social linkages with these countries.
And of course, hundreds of Grenadian students could have been impacted, and certain many are welcoming what has been seen as a victory. And that positive note is on which we end tonight's probe around the globe. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll remind you of tonight's leads. To remind you of tonight's leads, the tourism minister is calling for anyone who has evidence to present the proof of sale of St. George's Market and other strategic points on the island, including the Annandale Waterfall. Another step to economic recovery as the Maurice Bishop International Airport has reopened today after 3-month closure to commercial and passenger flights. Market vendors continue to pack up and move on out as construction workers move in. One of Grenada's cultural icons, Livingston Nelson, wants more respect for market vendors. The DPP office has been explaining the Twilly Joseph 30-year sentence for the murder of Ariel Bowler. In sports this evening, Windies' win over England gives them the first points on the Test Championships table, the second test beginning on Thursday. Around the globe this evening, heightened security at public buildings following 3 fires in Guyana, and the U.S. dropping plans to deport international students studying online due to the corona pandemic. And that's GBN News at 7. Just in case you missed any of our stories or any segment, remember you can check it out on the GBN Facebook page and the GBN YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Odette Campbell. Good night.